Hi, and welcome to the video on percent. Percent is a word that literally has two parts to it. Per means out of, and cent means 100. So out of 100. Here's a box that's been divided into 100 parts. We could say that 10%, this is the symbol for percent, a little circle with a line and another circle. 10% could be represented as 10 of the 100 parts. So if we have 100 parts and we have 10 of them, that represents 10 out of 100, or 10%. Here we see 50 out of the 100 blocks are now colored in. So this represents 50%. Let's think about this in another way. Look at this whole block. This represents one whole, or one whole unit, or one. If we're talking about place value, this would represent 1, or 1.0, 1 in the ones place. We can divide this into other smaller sections. For example, we've now divided it into 100 pieces. Each one of these pieces, each one of these little squares, represents 1/100th, with the th at the end. So just one of these equals 0.01, or 1 out of 100, because we have a 1 in the 100th position, or 100th place value. So percent, meaning per 100 or out of 100, uses this same concept. Again, if 50% represents 50 out of 100, then we could write this as 0.50, or 50/100. So where do we use percents? Well, there are lots of examples in our natural world where we use percentages. For example, taxes. Taxes are often calculated as a percent. Maybe you come from a place where there is a property tax on any property you own, and that tax is assessed as a percent of the value of the property. Or maybe you pay sales tax. Every time you buy something, you pay taxes on that item based on how much the item costs. For example, if you buy something that costs $1 and there is a 7% tax on this item, then when you go to pay for the item, it actually costs $1.07 because of the extra tax you have to pay. Store discounts are another great example of when you might see a percent. Suppose a store is having a 20% off sale. And again, you buy an item for $1. 20% of $1 is 20 cents, or 0.20, 20/100th. If the item originally cost $1 and you're getting a sale of 20%, you in turn only have to pay 1 minus 0.20 is 0.80, or 80 cents. And you get a discount. So you got a 20% discount, and the item actually costs less. Another example of a percent in your daily life may be if you are paid based on how much you sell. For example, if you are based on commission. When you're paid on commission, you're paid a percent of how much money you brought into the company. For example, maybe you sold $100 worth of products for your company this month, and you get 15% on anything that you sell. In that case, how much would you earn? Well, if you're making 15% on every 100, that means out of 100, you get 15. So since there are $100, you would earn $15. Banks use interest rates all the time to express how much money they charge for loans. loan interest rates might be something like 5.25%, or the interest rate on a credit card might be 19.99%, or sometimes even higher. Tithing is another great example of how we use percents. When we pay our tithing, we pay 10%. So if I earn $1, I pay 10 cents in tithing.